Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cologne podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan. And we're just two best friends going on a fragrance journey and giving you our uneducated opinion on it.
Yeah, I think we're a little intoxicated on some apple brandy by Killian.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be sniffing on today.
Yeah, that's it. And if you're excited about it, you can blame Luke, a friend of the podcast, one nice son of a bitch who went to buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast and requested that we do this fragrance. And Luke, because we love you so damn much, we're going to do it.
That's right. We love you so damn much.
Hey, let me tell you what Kylie B says about apple brandy on Fragrantica.
Okay, hit us up, Kylie.
If you're a fan of apple and whiskey, you'll love this. I hate whiskey. I hate the smell of it. It's such a realistic whiskey that it's gross to me. But this might help someone else.
All right.
Hey, Kylie. Okay. Sure thing.
Before we start tipping back on Grandpa's cough syrup, first we need to go back and we need to talk about Roja Parfums Apex.
That's right. Our one night stand review. Hit the music, Todd.
Yeah. One night stand review.
Well, Ryan, after waking up in those Versace sheets and then putting on your Dolce & Gabbana button-up, what'd you think?
I'm still shocked by it. We really want it, or I don't want to say we want it, but we were really expecting it to be garbage because it's not trending. It kind of fell flat. The
bottle,
logo,
the bottle was kind of a confusing, beautiful bottle with the weird-ass logo.
But surprisingly enough, the fucking opening is fucking, it's raunchy, guys. I love that shit. It's good. It's good.
I did like it. It does really remind me of Fetish meets Scandal.
Perfectly summed up.
With a little bit more citrus up front.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's a mean look. It's the opposite of Luke. Okay, Luke is a nice son of a bitch. This one is a mean son of a bitch.
It really is. And I fucking loved it. And honestly, like you said, it does dry down to something similar to Scandal. It's got this kind of like sweet, almost like red pepper vibe in the air when it gets to that part. Okay. A little skankiness to it. And I fucking love it. It's masculine as fuck. Pretty much all the way through, guys.
Yeah, it's got really spicy, kind of smoky towards the end.
Yeah.
It was something that it was fun to smell. I mean, it lasted for forever.
Yes.
So that's what we're expecting. You know, we get these designer parfums and they're nothing like when you, of course, they're also like 1/3 the price of these type of parfums. But this is what we're expecting. When we get a parfum, it's like holding on. It's punching you in the fucking gut.
Mm-hmm.
It's mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, do we still say it's a sample to buy? I think we were both saying because of the price that it's a sample just because you're not going to need too much of it.
I think we barely touched on it, but it is definitely more a mature fragrance.
Yeah, we didn't say anything about that.
Well, I talked about Van Fleet or whatever the guy's name was. But basically, it's a little bit more on the mature side. So I'm thinking like 45 and up. Honestly, a lot of what Roja Dove does, I feel like is for his type of,
his little click.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't really smell anything that he brings too much younger other than Elysium, which was more mass appealing side.
Yeah. If you're a Zoomer, get the fuck out.
Yeah. You ain't going to enjoy this. People are going to be like, this is worse than when the raccoon got caught in the copier.
All right. There you go. So we both love that one. Still.
Yeah, it's a sample for those listening. For me, it's like, man, I may wear that once a year tops because I got to have a big, meaty set of clackers if I'm going to spray that on.
All right, well, there's our one night stand review of Apex by the one, the only, the man that still ignores us, Roja Parfums.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our scent of the day, Ryan. This one's for Luke. We love you, man.
Yeah, I'm really kind of excited about this, and then I'm not, because I feel like it's going to be the gourmand type thing, and you know me, I hate gourmands, so let's see.
Okay, I'll tell you what, go for it.
No, I did it first the other day.
Okay.
You go.
You don't have to twist my arm too hard. Oh my God, I just broke the atomizer.
You dumb son of a bitch. like it shot the plastic thing out?
Yeah, the little squirterson.
Well, might have to open up and do a little dab.
It's kind of a spurting now. Here you go. Try that.
Let me try to spray it. Oh, God. I'm definitely wearing this shit.
Oh, boy. This is stiff.
Man, old Kylie Jenner ain't lying. Shit, it's pretty realistic, man.
Yeah, dude.
In a really good way. I'm fucking loving this.
Yeah.
You're not liking it?
No, I mean, it is hyper realistic. That's a spot on there, Kylie B, for real.
Man, it is on my skin, though. It is like apples.
I found it.
Oh, God. Sorry, everybody. We'll stop the show for this fucking clown cock to put this fucking thing back together. Myke has somehow found this piece that broke off, but now he got to miss it. For a second there, he put it back on. It was shooting out like a fucking can of mace. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I wanted you to get the real experience. It's got to disperse properly.
Okay, there we go. We went through the whole thing for that. And now we're smelling it twice. I mean, for real though, off the top, this thing smells like straight up whiskey. It's fucking crazy.
Apple whiskey.
Like from a barrel or something, right?
Well, I think somehow Killian's connected to Hennessy.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are they really like making this shit and stuff like that?
I don't know how it lines up, and we're too uneducated to look this shit up, but I want to say they're connected because I remember reading on the website at one time that they're like connected to their Hennessy heritage.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Okay, this is seriously fucking This may be the most boozy thing I've ever smelled in my entire life.
Yeah, it's straight up. I mean, it's got the burn on it. I used to drink scotch quite a bit. It's got that sort of burn, baby.
I would seriously think if you walked in with this smell, I would seriously be like, man, I may not say that to you. Well, if it was just us, I would. I'd be like, damn, man, you fucking drinking?
Tipping back already?
It's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. It is seriously that real to me.
Yeah.
This is badass.
The cool thing about it, too, that I'm kind of picking up, and I'm trying not to be a fucking nose over here, but it's like it also has this woodsy sort of, I can tell where they're trying to evoke like the barrel scent.
For sure. God, this thing, I'm perplexed by it. It's actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
And for whatever, and I'm not like, I guess I shouldn't say I'm not too big on Apple, because what's the John Varvatos that you got that kind of has that Apple vibe that smells so badass?
Was it Double X?
That's the one. That one smells really good, but I'm not like a huge fan of Apple, but that one smells really good. And this is smelling pretty damn good.
You know what I thought it was going to smell like?
What?
Wajan by Parfums de Marly.
I was kind of thinking that too. I was thinking gourmand. I was thinking it's going to be something like that.
Sweet apple pie.
Does this qualify as a gourmand?
Technically, because you can consume it, right?
I guess so, yeah.
So you could drink this. So I guess technically it would be a gourmand, but there's something to it.
This may be the first gourmand that I may like.
It's done in such a way that it's more of the experience of the whole thing. It's almost like you're going sampling at the refinery or wherever they make this. It's not like you're in a bar drinking it. It's not smoky.
Yeah.
Doesn't have like a sticky vibe to it. It actually feels kind of dry and smooth.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I may get a little sad on this because prior to us starting this episode, we were trying to research it here. And so this and Apple Brandy on the Rocks are for sure totally different, right?
Yes.
So this may or may not be discontinued, what we're smelling, because this is just straight up Apple Brandy.
Right.
And from everything I could tell, it looks like this may be discontinued. So it's like...
Yeah, that's one thing I get confused about. And if you're listening, you may know more than we do. But Kilian does this thing too, where it's like they have a name, but then there's also like a surname to it as well. Like, for example, there's one called Straight to Heaven, and then underneath it, White Crystal.
Wow, that is confusing.
It is kind of confusing. There's a few more like that too, with names like that. So I don't know if they're headed in that direction, like Apple Brandy on the Rocks, because they have one that's like Roses on Ice, Vodka on the Rocks or something like that. There's other fragrances. So I would almost think it was a different one. Maybe they're discontinuing this and then they're doing a Apple Brandy on the Rocks where they incorporate that water sort of ice scent to it.
Maybe. I do know this is starting in like 2013, so it's kind of old and I guess in a way kind of young if it's already being discontinued.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Tom Ford released a rose fragrance late last year, and they've already discontinued it.
Was it because it sucked?
It might not have sold well. But I'd be shocked about this one because the trend is so good on it.
Yeah, the trend is fucking insane on it. Man, this is really intriguing. I fucking love this, man.
So on the card, which I would assume, is closer to your clothing, it's very alcoholic smelling.
I agree. And then
on your skin, it's more woodsy, drier smelling. It smells very wet on the card.
It really does. This is the most boozy scent for sure. I can say without question that we've smelled so far out of how many? Like 180 some odd, 190 episodes now?
Yeah.
This is crazy and I love it. But it does make me question, would I wear it? And then it makes me ask the question, who the hell can get away with wearing this and smelling like a fucking lush?
Yeah. Well, first I was going to say, look, if you're having a hearing about custody, don't be wearing this one, okay? Just saying. Because, this is hyper realistic for show.
I think this I can vaguely remember what I said those many moons ago about Black Phantom.
Okay.
But
it's Ferrari.
Yeah, this is one of those like Ferrari scents. Like,
you're not just a novice jumping in, chirping gears, popping 360s.
Yeah, you got to know what you're doing. And by that I mean you got to know what you're doing with yourself.
Yeah,
you've got to carry yourself like a fucking demigod to wear shit like this.
Well, I'm not going to paint a picture, but I will say the person wearing it probably is very wealthy.
Yes.
They are
super good looking.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. They look great. They're like a Pierce Brosnan sort of a guy.
They got hair like a fucking lion's mane.
But they're going to like a get together where you're going to be drinking and schmoozing. And I think something like this would be pretty sexy.
Yeah, and like they're like dressed down, but like their version of dressed down
is like, our greatest attire.
Yeah.
It's like the white cotton shirt unbuttoned. You can see the chest. They've got a single gold chain.
Yeah, you ain't wearing this looking like me. Like, I'm not walking out wearing this. Somebody be like, get back in your fucking car, you fucking drunk.
Yeah, this is like Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, 007.
Very fucking slick. I love this smell. Yeah. It's incredible.
It's Tom Selleck in the heyday.
Mustache rides. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Billy Bob Thornton.
Wait, was he ever a heartthrob? What the fuck?
No, but he's like been a drunk.
Santa, maybe, yeah.
He's been a drunk plenty of times. Yeah, that is good, man. The card and the skin give me completely different vibes.
They do, and I love both of them.
I do, too. It's so good.
This is a badass fragrance.
This is a fragrance that you're spraying on your clothing and your skin. I have to make a confession.
Okay.
Here recently, I don't spray any of my fragrances on my skin. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I've kind of just done more of the clothing now.
Interesting.
I think it's because in Texas, it's always so damn hot. And it's like, I'm not trying to dry my skin out. So I want to just put it on the clothing.
Technically, it would probably last longer on the clothing.
It does, yeah.
God, that's going to be a hard thing for me to break because I've been spraying my freaking clavicles and everything my entire life, dude.
Well, I'm not saying you have to.
I've got like reptilian leather skin now because of it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're looking like Sam Elliott.
Oh, yeah. God, this is a fucking badass smell, man.
You're holding over there like you're smoking the damn thing.
I don't know why.
You're like, yes.
It elevates you that much. It makes the littlest thing feel like an even bigger thing. I'm holding this thing like a damn cigarette right now.
Yeah, you are. Plus, we got the red lights popping.
Yeah. Well, it's like we're in Amsterdam.
What is love, love, love?
It's fucking good. Okay.
Dude. Yeah.
Skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Well, God, it's like I can't say buy because I couldn't wear it. I couldn't get away with wearing this.
Yeah.
I would definitely say sample, but then again, too, I don't know, is this thing going to be a hard thing to get a hold of after, down the road because it technically may be discontinued? We don't know.
This is why I love decants. Because you guys that are listening, it's one of those ones where we're not really saying go out and buy it and wear it, because the audience for this fragrance to wear is probably very slim.
Very.
But it's such a fun experience. And the reason why we're doing this podcast and what we missed about doing the podcast is that these are just fun to experience and go, wow, that is amazing that somebody created this, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's about. For me, I want to have some just to be able to show people, even though I never show anybody anything as far as fragrance goes, unless it's you.
It's only me.
But it's like, in my mind, I wish I had these parties where people came over and I said, all right, I'm going to show you guys some cool fragrances. I want you to tell me what you think.
They'd lose their minds smelling shit like this.
Yeah.
Just imagine if we could just go back in time when we had only really smelled everything we grew up with here and there. And we just met somebody and they had like a fucking Cologne bar, if you will. And we like walked up and they like let us sample some shit and we sampled this. We'd go, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, I almost want us to, at some point in the podcast life, to have a smelling party.
It'd be sick, man.
Dude, let us know. thecolognepodcast@gmail.com. Is that something you'd show up for? A smelling party?
Yeah, where we get together and
sniff things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, they're all lining up for that one.
Yeah, for sure. Luke, also let us know, have you smelled this before and you wanted us to smell it, or have you not smelled it before? Because I want to know what you think of it.
Yeah, let us know, man.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go. So from both of us today on this one, it's definitely a sample from both of us.
It's a sample. Yeah, to experience it, for sure. I think there's a few people out there listening that could get away with it.
Yeah.
But in my head, the story I'm, concocting to say who wears this, somebody better looking than me.
All right. If you love today's episode, and God bless you if you did.
Yeah.
There's a couple things you can do to help out the show.
Yes.
The first and easiest free thing is you can go to Spotify, Apple Music, all your streaming platforms that you hear us on. Give us a 5-star review. It helps the podcast so much. You have no idea.
Yep. And then also, if you want to be as cool as Luke and help make extra episodes like this, go to buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast. You guys are helping us bootstrap this thing and kind of keep it moving forward with new episodes and stuff like that. So if you haven't already guessed it, it takes time. It also takes money to at least buy decants and stuff like that, so we have samples for the show. And when you guys give to that, that's what you're helping. You're not making us rich, I promise.
Unfortunately not.
But someday, maybe.
Once we get this thing national, baby.
Oh, yeah, girl.
And trust me, we're going to remember every single one of you guys.
That's right. John, Luke, Cynthia,
Luke, John, Cynthia.
No, in all seriousness, thank you all for those that have been supporting. And if you have the availability, for sure, if you haven't already, give us the review. But also, if you got a little extra spending money and you want to toss us a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast.
There you go. And until next time,
spray it up, y'all.